Oh my god. Okay, let me see. How much is the delay? That's not that much. Mm, okay. Just have to go through this and practicing. It's inevitable. It's just inevitable. Hello. Hello, my friends. Say hi to me and let's discuss if there anything you'd like to discuss. This is already the third time I'm doing the streaming today. Just a lot of difficulties, technical problem. Well, just what happens. Oh, what most important is I have to get used to this and to encourage myself to express. I think maybe with time, with more expression, then my English might improve a little. Um, so yeah, just yeah, please tolerate my English though. If there's anything you're curious, you are interested to discuss, just type anything and we can discuss. Hi, bad day with you. Definitely. This is already the third time I do streaming today. The first time, microphone has no sound, and then I the second time delay and just lagging in the middle, and now it's the third time. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Oh, but I'm glad you are here. I'm sure that if you are here, we'll have a lot to discuss, don't we? Oh, you were. Oh, that's nice. You should say hi to me. If I know you were there, then there was so much more we can discuss. Mm, yeah, I was discussing with a friend. I think he's trying to discover about kind of like a combination of Taoism and some Western philosophy, but it's a little bit similar. There are some similarity between his philosophy and non-duality, so it's interesting. Yeah. How was your day? Is everything okay? Well, I definitely have a very tough day with YouTube. Actually, you were explaining about non-duality, so I didn't interrupt. Oh, I see. Yeah, I talk a lot about these differences between non-duality and monism and dualism. Yeah, it's important, I think. But yeah, at least now I don't need to repeat that again. Maybe in the future, but not now. Just oh my god, I was just like posting this live chat link to YouTube, but oh my god, it's become so toxic now. Like all the group, you see they're fighting, and you know, it's always I don't know. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, let's go to another topic then. Let's think about something else to discuss. I'm really like, there's so much I want to say, but I just I need people to choose a topic. Otherwise, I don't know where to start. Okay, yeah, let me know what's the topic. Let's discuss. Let's discuss. I'm just at the same time I'm gonna send the link to some of the fighting group. Just hopefully, if they join us, they stop fighting. I don't know. Uh, she. Okay. Lately, I've been sitting with the idea of Anika, impermanence. Oh yeah, something that Vipassana brings into sharp focus. It's strange how we live our lives chasing permanence, clinging to moments, people, and yet everything is constantly shifting. I actually, it is a very, very important topic what you're talking about here about the impermanence. Yeah, so I actually write an entire book about this. It's gonna be a big topic, but basically, in short, my understanding is there is nothing wrong about impermanence. Nothing wrong about it. Like, uh, how to say? The truth in me, you can call it Brahman, you can call it divine, you can call it energy. The essence of it is ever fresh, is ever alive. If something is ever alive, then they will always involve motive, always involve like flowing like a river. You want a river to be static, then it's a frozen river. But only when it's like flowing, then it's ever alive. So about impermanence is that an important point is we know that everything is ever changing, but if you say all of this changing is just you want some static things, of course you can never get it because everything is changing. But if you say all the changing is just suffering, and I think that's also not fair. As I said, probably in the first or second time when I go stream, I make an example. I said think about think about your body cell when you catch cold. Like if you consider that when you catch cold, that everything you just um, the things are trying to heal your body, your cell is trying to heal your body. That means it's nothing wrong about impermanence. It's about how you react and you fix things. The same goes to the relationship. Yeah, if something is ever alive, it will always emotive. There's nothing wrong about emotive as long as you respond to it with awareness, respond to it into the right direction, not just deny everything. Oh my god, it's impermanent, that's it, I get enough, I'm just gonna escape that. That's not the way, isn't it? That's not the way. And yet everything is constantly shifting. What I'm starting to see is that every experience has layers. On the surface, things feels good or bad, pleasant or painful, but when you look deeper, mm, yeah, that's about the dualist. Yeah, when we always understand things in a dualistic perspective, we will have this idea good and bad, and suffering and pleasure. Really observe without reacting, you begin to notice that it's all just movement. Sensations rise and fall. Thoughts come and go. Even the self feels less solid. Yeah, that here I have to say like we have a little bit distinction here a little bit. Because here you mentioned really observe without reacting, but that is Buddhism perspective. Maybe, of course, in Advaita Vedanta, they also inherent these things there, but that's from Buddhism perspective. Buddhism have a lot of good thing there, but about this, that's suggesting you to distinct from it. You distinct yourself from whatever you experience. and that is not what my philosophy is. My philosophy is you have to participate in this. If you participate in this, that means you have to be responsive. As we said, everything is responsive in this world. The universe is responsive, your body is responsive. The relationship between you and others, if it can ever get good, is always because you two, one of it or both of you, are responsive. Otherwise, nothing can be good, because if you distinct from the relationship, you distinct from your body, you distinct from the universe just as an observer, then well, that to me, that is not the way. But of course, I mean, everyone have different opinion. But what I think is, you are a very positive person. You are young, and your life is still uh, a lot to go, a lot waiting in your life. In that case, then to be a positive, responsive person, responsive to yourself, responsive to your relationship in life, responsive to the world. There's nothing wrong about it. So yeah, I can say that I'm quite say things quite straightforward. So what I'm trying to say here, straightforward, is that if you are young, you don't have really that deep kind of trauma that you feel like this world abandoned you or something like that. Then go ahead, just be responsive and to participate in this world. That's what I'm trying to say here. Mm. Mm. What I'm trying to say is that every uh, really observe without reacting, you begin to just some things I thought before sleeping. Doesn't it like to say things in third person view? Yeah, that is. If but the thing is, if every time you see things in a third perspective, then you also shut down the participation, because this is exactly the same ideology about the unmoved. You are not the doer, you are the seer, and and distinct from your uh, all the desires and things. um when you do things like this, three type of connection will inevitably, they will just be disconnected, because that's what it is about. For example, there's a microphone, right? And this microphone is how I respond to this world, and this is the microphone how I find the resonance with people, because I speak, because I respond and I participate. So but here is the connection, and what you said about the observer view, that is basically I just plug out. I don't even put it connected to my laptop. So there is no way I can respond, no way I can participate anymore. Yeah, that's the thing. I know it sounds great. The thing is, also there's an interesting part, because you say you think like this before sleep. Understandable, because psychologically, when a person before sleep, they just want some peace in mind. And especially in life, there are a lot of stress. Sometimes things doesn't go well as the way you want. So it's understandable. Sometimes people just want some peace. They don't want the all of this like energetic, ever flowing energy. They just want some peace. So in this time, you feel like it will be so much easier, so much more relaxed if I just distinct myself from all the things. So it's understandable. But as I said, moment, this is something that you can enjoy as like a man cave. You enjoy as a momentary things. You kind of like you give a complete relax of your mind. It's just like I use this microphone, I talk for very long and my throat is painful, and I just disconnect the microphone for a while, but then I have to plug it back. That's how it is. Because you cannot just say, because you enjoy this moment about a temporary peace, real peace, and then you just stay there forever, because we are still young, and we're still full of potential, and this world is waiting for us, and we should participate in the world. That's the point. Yeah. Doesn't you like to say things? Yeah. Oh my God, let me check if the connection is still okay. Now I'm just get scared. I'm just scared that when I'm streaming and uh, you cannot even hear me anymore, then that will be awkward. You can hear me, right? Oh, yeah. Thank God. Yeah. So yeah, just forgive me because I mean, what I consider we are friends already, right? You know that I say things very straightforward. If there's something that I agree with you, I say it direct and I show my appreciation, and you will find resonance with me. But if there's something that I feel a little bit different from my perspective, I will also express how I feel that about it because I think as long as we're friendly, as long as we are just honest to ourselves and to others, it's all what matters. Mm. Oh, trust me, I think about this a lot because I was also like that for a while, especially when things not going well. This, in simple terms, we call it escapism. That's it. So just don't blame me to say it so straightforward, but that's in simpleton is called escapism. You just want to shut down everything, and oh my god, I cannot deal with this thought anymore. I just shut it all down. Yeah, but you see, it's just like a computer, like an iPad. I shut on it completely. I might not say some horrible thing if I'm watching a horror movie, but at the same time, I also cannot type. I cannot do anything good. So that is a very extreme. It's like you just give away all the potential as well. And that's a very extreme way. It's like I think in a lot of scientific movie they always have things like that. Like when extreme situation happened, you have to abandon the whole ship, and then there will be people fighting. Oh my God, how can we abandon the whole ship? If we abandon the whole ship, how can we survive? Things like that. I don't just go too far. Mm. Mm. Uh, Out to you. I had to shut it down. I want peace. Yeah, that's how it is. And again, as what I describe in that book is peace is it's peace is not something you can achieve when you just unplug the microphone, when you completely shut it down. That's not peace. Peace is when you connect to it and you can balance. It's about the balance. You remember the last friend in the last streaming, we're talking about this balance. Why it's so important? Because true peace, true peace is come from balancing things. Balance different energy or perspective, especially those dualistic thinking in your thought. When you balance it, you achieve harmony, not by shut it down. No, if you shut it down, it's just loneliness, and also that's escapism. You can escape for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, but you will only feel more lonely, more lonely, more lonely. Go to you see the people choose that path, you will know. Really, I'm not joking. You will know. They might still talking about their theory. It sounds appealing. It sounds quite perfect or whatever, but you will see that what they gain in real life is not ideal. No. And the bad thing is, you remember the first the principle I said is there is no dukkha. I mean, dukkha is real, but you cannot say all life is about dukkha. And also, there is no original sin. And the problem to me, to them, about them, the biggest problem is when they think in this way, every time when they have some kind of desire to enjoy, like enjoy some human resonance, we love somebody and or want something, want some you know a legal or reasonable pleasure, they will feel guilty because there's based on that theory, all of this thing means again a hankara. You clinging to something, and you again you put the ignorance back, and you are connect yourself with all of these desires, and they will feel shame on themselves. And this shame in long term, it just only leads to repress, because as human being we naturally want to express, we want to enjoy life, we want to treasure people in our lives. and we want to resonate with this world. You want to shut it down completely is impossible, right? If somebody achieved that, that's living that, right? It's not something to be proud of. It's not something so great about it. That's just the way. I call it mental suicide. Whatever other people call it, I call it mental suicide. So yeah, I'm quite straightforward about this because I've been there. That's the fact. And you can tell I'm a very positive person, but I also have a very peaceful side. That's no doubt because it depends on the situation. This is the good thing about being alive. You know, being alive, that means sometimes you are like waterfall that you can be passionate, you can be very vivid, you can be alive, but sometimes you are like very stable ocean, also ocean lake. You can be very quiet and enjoy the peace. This is about life. It's diverse. You cannot expect all the time just peace still like did, or all the time you're just passionate. Oh, that's not how it works, because even the word, season have changes, and from when you were a child till and then you go to the middle age, old age. From the development psychology, you will see this elegant development, this beautiful change. There is nothing wrong about it. But if you're looking forward for something so static, for something so still, then we'll say like you have to be peaceful all the time. You cannot cling to any desire. If there's some a little bit wave in your emotion that you want to feel something, or you want to desire something, or it's bad, it's shame. You are not spiritual enough. That is the problem to me. Biggest the problem. Big problem. Yeah. I'm not like I wouldn't say this kind of tendency is evil, but I see the potential, how to say, dead end basically. Eventually, you will find this way that it's a dead end. You have to turn back. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, I know I say very straightforward about these things, but I don't mind. First of all, I have my real life experience about these things. I was there, so I know how it feels. If somebody have different views, tell me and let's discuss. I'm open to it. Oh, okay, and this video I'm gonna put it. And if later on people have different opinion, tell me. I will discuss. I will respond, and I promise. I'm not just speculating here. I was there. I was there, and I see people was there, and I see every people was there. So I know how it is. That's what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, I am getting you. If you never feel that feels like, how would you ever truly know what good is? The contrast is what gives meaning. Exactly. The thing is, and also you remember last, I already said for like 5 times about this thing about the Earth, Moon, Sun. They're just turning naturally. It's people give the definition good and bad and all the things. The thing is, all the bad feeling we mentioned here is just a disconnection with some sort of connection. Like for example, disconnect with the world, disconnect with other people, disconnect with ourselves. So once when it happened, what we should do is not escape. We should go fix it. We really should. Because when you catch cold, your body will try to fix it. That's how it is. The entire world, everything is responsive. Everything. So, if as a living being and as a human being, as a highly intelligent creature, that we choose the path to not even respond to anything at all, that is such a waste. Not just about such a waste, and that is total give up of free will. Because the free will is not about, oh, okay, I have the free will to escape. No, the free will is you have the willpower to actually to go fix things, to respond, not get just driven by all of this bad chaotic surface. You go fix thing and you make things nice. That is free will, and that is always the best thing in this world. Like in bad situation, and then you make things well, you get some good outcome. That's that's always that every time when you see that, you see the power of free will, literally. Yeah. So I know that in India culture, the focus on or emphasis on this peace, it has a very deep root in tradition from Buddhism and Jainism, also yoga, Sanskrit, Sankhya, uh, and of course Vedanta. They are like interacting with each other, and let me think. With Sankhya, is it Sankhya? That dualistic Sankhya, I think probably is the most extreme among all of this. Well, Buddhism about Shunya also extreme, but Sankhya, they suggest that uh, no, I mean one of the six school, I think is Sankhya, is it 数论派? Uh, suggesting Purusha and what Prakriti, Prakriti. Yeah, Sankhya. Sankhya. Wait, let me type in. You can have a look. This is yeah Sankhya. Sankhya. This one, I think among all of this, that's probably the most extreme one because it suggests that your nature is Purusha and Prakriti is like three, and I cannot remember how to say it. Well, three things. Basically, the basic idea is dualism here. There's dualism, and the reason why we are here is because our Prakriti, no, is because Purusha and the Prakriti, they basically our nature polluted, get polluted by Prakriti, and then we are here. So basically, what caused us to reincarnate, or let's say, uh, to actually caused us to be in this reincarnation, is because we being affected by a virus. Basically, you can tell it in this way: we are polluted, we are affected by virus. That is very similar to what original sin, isn't it? So yeah, I would say that probably is one of the most extreme ones. So yeah, I just get fed up with all of this, self-shaming kind of theory, and yeah, you can go have a look. I'm not joking. Their basic theory that is like this: once our nature, our spirit, or whatever you call it, get polluted by that three thing, and then reincarnation happens. So what this suggests is you have to distinct from these things. Basically, abandon all these thoughts, feelings, everything, and be like an observer, and then you will get liberated. What is liberation? Liberation is you don't need to live anymore. You can go back to a source or whatever you called it, because life is such a suffering. Yeah, like moksha. Yeah, the idea of moksha for them is like that. But they're very interesting at the beginning of early Upanishad time, and later is very different about the understanding of moksha. Yeah, but we'll talk about it later because it is such a big topic here. But what I'm trying to say is this kind of idea never help. Never help. Just think about it. And so, yeah, in some way, that meditation let help you to keep very peaceful mind. But a very dangerous thing is if you think this peace is reached by distinct yourself, you just see things like an observer. That's the dangerous part. very quick you will feel very you will become very indifferent. You will be how to say, you don't want to even participate in this or that. You don't want to have resonance with people, and you feel numb about yourself, and towards this word you will say it as Maya. That's the consequences. And I mean, do you want that? Just ask yourself this question: do you want that? Do you want to be numb to yourself and not able to resonate with others once they are, have different opinion or whatever? Just Maya. And this word, you just want to say that as Maya. That means you will not be able to sincerely or from your heart to feel the beauty of this word. Do you want that? I mean, if you want that, you can go for it. But I would just pass it. I would say no, thank you. Yeah. And to be honest, if let me say, I would say no matter how painful a person have been in life, I would still suggest please take the chance to be healed, to balance the relationship. A lot of people, their relationship toward with their self, with other people, with the world is really messed up. It's very difficult because it's highly damaged. I understand that. But what can really give them salvation, to really save them from the darkness, is to actually to be bravely to face these things and to build it, to bridge it, to heal themselves. That's the only path. If you want to escape, eventually leads to indifference, and that's just loneliness. That's a dark hole of loneliness nobody wants. I mean, what it called, Ferdinando. This is interesting. Yeah, maybe Ferdinando later will watch this video. Maybe we will not watch till here because I'm just monologuing for too long. But the thing is, Ferdinando, he is definitely he is get a lot of understanding from Advaita Vedanta. So that is, I don't even want to expand this topic, but you know what he's talking about. But at the same time, he just cannot really help. He cannot help but to express the sincere appreciation, uh, or to want to be connected, to find the resonance with people. You know why? Because this observer thing will make people very lonely, and when people are lonely, they can't help but they really want these connections so bad. Nobody, they can repress it, but for a very long time everyone will want this kind of connection. So that's why I understand him, I respect him. But every time when he when he bring out some a little bit more doctrine about the pure consciousness and all the stuff, I will say it's quite straightforward about the distinction between me and his understanding because I definitely don't want to convert people to that path. If they don't understand what I'm talking, and they say like, oh, he is always so friendly to me, maybe me and him think the same, then that would be a big misunderstanding. Yeah, my understanding to him, or let's say my respect to him, because he's been nice to me, he's been supportive, and he's been so polite. And also, uh, I see the potential to build this bridge between me and people from different perspective. It will be a good start for me. That's the only reason why. But doesn't mean I agree with his worldview, because the static, unmoved observer thing was never. Well, maybe before I was almost there, but I found it's dead end. So yeah, that is how it is. I know a friend. I don't know. It's a little bit personal. Should I say it? Hmm. Not like that I do not want to participate, but sometimes it's a feeling that I want peace. I am only human. So it's a feeling that changes constantly. Yeah, I got it. Like we want peace. But think about it in this way. Actually, just recall the time that you really feel peace. I would describe it a peaceful joy. You know, I think the real peace you feel is not when you shut down yourself. For example, imagine this, you are doing a meditation in a forest, right? You close your eyes and you are thinking about something in peace. And that moment of peace, is it really because you don't feel like you can say anything anymore? You feel like everything just blank. I don't call that peace. I call that is just you put yourself to sleep. There are differences between peace and sleep. Peace, the ultimate version of peace is a peaceful joy. The peaceful joy is when you feel this very settled but very peaceful harmony. Like you close your eyes, but you can hear the birds are singing, and you uh, you can feel the wind is gently blowing you, and then you can feel the sun, not too much, not too strong, and not too little, and everything in such a harmony. So even when you close your eyes, you can feel this relationship. You will always be in relationship. Trust me, my friend. This is something I can say for sure. You will always be in relationship because you are in such a natural, peaceful, balanced relationship with your body. When you are healthy, why you are healthy? And when you're healthy, you are happy, right? Nobody, I don't think everyone will feel happy, and this will not so happy about when they are sick, right? So when you're happy, why? Because you are in very good relationship with your body, everything, the cell, the every part is in such a nice relationship. That's why you feel the joy. And if things goes wrong, you will call yourself sick, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. This kind of peaceful joy is always because you reach a certain harmony in your relationship. It's not because you disconnect. It's not because you disconnect with them, but it's because you naturally participate in them and you feel reach the harmony. Your body, right? Your body, you are always keeping in relationship with them. Sometimes you feel like it's so difficult to manage all this relationship, just thinking about every moment, every time when you breathe in, breathe out, when your heart beats and everything. It's just like a small ecosystem. It's already in harmony and is ever flowing, ever fresh. Just think about this. And I'm not joking. I'm not like just being, superstitious. This is true because based on science that we know that everything is in relationship. Our body, every part have its own function. So just think about it. When you feel like, oh my God, I cannot do anything about this world. I cannot do anything about other people. Think about you're already naturally in good relationship with your own body. So then have some spirit. Maybe we just can to radiate this kind of spirit to other people or to the world, just as simple as that. So, yes, change is, the impermanence is true. Things keep changing in life. But if somebody say every change only brings pain, that's because that person, you know, just didn't really deal with it in a good way. If the person deal with different relationship and connection in good way, they will not think like, oh, it just life is suffering. They will not. Everyone. It's like, I mean, for example, I say in the face group when I was like posting uh different things. Every time I see people just fighting there, like insulting each other, it's like, my God, I cannot believe so toxic. Like, I mean, I join the like philosophy groups and some religious groups, and all of this should be people who, you know, wise people, wise people with wisdom, with tolerance and radiant love, or like shining living being or something. I don't know. Like, but I'll go to the group, just porns, sharing this kind of links and just fighting with each other. And at the beginning I was trying to, suggest that we can have like good a conversation, in the group. I before I was saying that doesn't work because they're so in the mood to fight. And very soon uh, my words will be ignored, like they don't care, they just want to fight with each other. I feel like if the real person actually there, they will have a big fight. I just feel like that it's such a like intensive situation always. So that's why I feel like, my god, I cannot do that. So that's why I'm keep doing the streaming, because I know it's it at the start. First of all, my English is limited, and also it's just the start of the channel, so maybe the things cannot need time to develop to that level that we can have a lot of people, we can build up this nice atmosphere. Yeah, but at least I'm trying here. I'm not joking. Ha ha ha. I'm not joking, seriously. If you go to this group, you will see all sorts of things, and insulting each other's god, insulting each other's opinion, and It's it's good though, to me, because I need to observe. I need to observe different people to say what they actually doing there. I try to participate. I try to bring some good, influence there, but they are just too in the mood to fight, and I cannot really do anything about it when they are in such an environment. So, uh, oh, just yeah, when I just think about it, but I'm still posting. So many time when they're just fighting, I'm still posting my link there, and I don't care. Maybe maybe there's gonna be some good influence anyway. Just keep hoping, keep the faith. Yeah, I have been there. It's like seeing their perspective. Yeah, and also you can sense the scientists. What is that word called? Scientific 科学主义. uh, rationalism and science and 科学主义. What it called? Scientism. Yeah, you can say the scientism and rationalism. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm in UK. Actually, very soon I'm gonna release a episode, a discussion about different philosophy in different places in the world. And in UK is very highly emphasis on these things, on logic, on rationality, and Tom Cruise. Uh, no, no, not that one. That is a religion. What I'm saying here is a philosophy. Basically, the praise the logic, the praise science as a uh, as a religion. I would say, yeah, we would. That's a word you can actually search. You can find it. I type it here. Uh, Scientism. No, no, no. Press it wrong. S scientism. Yeah, that's it. Scientism. 科学主义. Yeah. So basically, when people believe that only science can explain anything, so basically, if your perspective cannot find anything about science to support, you better just shut up. It's like that. Like, don't talk with me about feeling. Don't talk with me about human emotion or ethics. All of this just bullshit. All what matters is science, because science is the real stuff, is a real deal. And that's this kind of perspective. Yeah, so you can see this a lot in philosophy groups nowadays. They are like that, and some like so-called anti-religious groups is the same thing. Uh, yeah, and it's crazy. Like sometimes when you just express something nice, poetic, they could give you a like 1,000 words analytic about your human emotion or something. So basically, they accept anything, just not human. No, it's an expression. I mean, like they accept all the like mechanical way to understand things, but they just completely exclude all the things which is something like emotion or aesthetics. Like that's the latest principle I released about holistic point of view. That's what they actually. I would wish they can have a look at that, but it's not achievable all the time. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's really nice though that even though I found like every time when I do this, just one person, mostly like one person talk to me, but at least there is some person and we can discuss these things and so good. I stopped participating in that. It's like they are brainwashed. Yeah, just extremist. When people extreme, they can easily say things and do things like this. Just imagine those terrorists people, you know, they under the name of whatever their faith is, and they just do harm to other people. I mean, these people who worship science, they don't really like direct hurt you physically, but they will always try to insult you if you don't think like them, if you not be like thinking as a robot, if you don't consider yourself as just detached with all the human spirit or emotional things like that. They will call you naive, they will call you not mature enough, or you're just speculating stuff. That is always happen. And you say, what is similarity? You say the similarity between these things. When rationality trying to suggest you to distinct yourself, to detach yourself from being a real human, that's how all of these things happened. So when you trying to, if you want to distinct yourself from a real human, a human with emotion, with thoughts, with desire, with ever beautiful things in your life, if you want to detach all of that, just become like them. And there is no way to resonate. And that's what I'm trying to say here. Sometimes doesn't matter what people hold to claim is Brahman, is God, or is science, as long as whatever they hold in their faith become something to to guide you to detached from who you are, and to just to repress yourself, and suggesting other people are naive and things like that. Inevitable you will lead to like this. Yeah, yeah. And you found a lot of people already on that path nowadays. And I would say, I wouldn't even hesitate to say the end way for that is nihilism. No doubt, 100%. I'm just saying here, if anybody want to challenge me, they come just challenge me. But the end path for for extremism like that, about holding science as something, it is gonna be nihilism, because science don't give you meaning. Science don't give you the meaning of life. They just tell you that science is great. But the thing is, when science discovers something like the harmony or the order or things like that, it's meant to guide you to appreciate, to have all, to enjoy, and to participate in this beautiful life. If science don't guide you to there, and you seek science as the end goal, that then and because a person who worships science as a religion, they will always repressing their emotion or even feeling of awe. They will say, oh, it's just human, it's just it's just your emotion is psychologically can be explained, so it's not real. And if they do that, they can never lead to have enjoy the meaning of life. And they found what's life is just spontaneous. Life is just a coincidence, it's an accident. It's there is no meaning of life. It's all human being in your brain, you define it, it's not real. That's how it is. Yeah. And just imagine about it, why there are so many scientific movie. Think about it, it's interesting. There are a lot of movie but scientific movie they are not really appreciate that much in Oscar. Like I found that something interesting. Like a lot of movie about uh describing about humanity, even scary movie. You know, you will be surprised. I love to watch American Horror Story. I just rewatched the second season again, and I'm not get scared. On the first time I watch, I'll be scared, and I watch it again because it describes something about human, right? Their darkness, their shadow. That's okay, but that's why it bring you to the deep discussion and deep conversation with human beings, struggle, right? So when I watch things like this, I can understand humanity more, right? Um, so this kind of movie also get a lot of award. Like I think get a lot of Emmy award, and also because they are really good actor and actress. So they get a lot of award, even it's a horror story. But in the opposite, when you fight things like Avatar, Avatar is not really that negative, but a lot of other scientific movie, you can see they put a lot of money in it. They build a very powerful worldview, but eventually they don't really get some Oscar or pride like that. Or why? Because they always picture the future quite negative, and that in that negative future you will find one thing almost in every movie, scientific movie always based on is human almost become robot. You know, human become more rational, and they become more indifferent, and they lose the touch with nature, they lose the touch with themselves, they lose the touch with other people. So even science is so advanced, but they feel lonely, they feel empty, and because of that bad thing happen. It's always like that, it's always like that. I mean, you probably heard about Black Mirror is discussing these things a lot. Yeah, that's what it is about. Mm, yeah. Oh my God, I'm talking so much about this kind of like off the top, but I think it's connected, somehow connected. Hey, no, Interstellar was. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Interstellar is my favorite. It's my favorite scientific movie. Yeah, but you see why it's so good? Because eventually it back to humanity, right? It back to humanity. Is back to emphasize about this is the really eternal thing. I'm not saying all the movie, right? I'm just suggesting that a lot of really good, like they invest a lot of money in, but they don't get like a lot of pride that they deserve because the worldview is a little bit too dark. That's what I'm trying to say. But yes, as you said, um, as you said, yeah, as you said, when what they really trying to emphasize is we have to back to our root. Our root is connection. You see, I mean, think about it. Those rational minds, extreme rational minds, or whatever they worship science, they worship God, they worship whatever things. If they actually, because of what they believe, they detached from their life, from love, from all these good things in life, then where the humanity will go is always going to be dark. That's why they always picture the future dark, because the tendency of this is very obvious nowadays. Maybe especially in Western world, I don't know. Yeah, in China is not really, because in China people build a lot of understanding is based on relationship. But yeah, it has its own drawback. But about these things is a quite distinction, differences. That's why I would suggest that we have to keep some kind of balance in this the perspective about these things. Yeah. Oh yeah, Interstellar is so good, isn't it? Yeah, especially that music. Yeah, and also the story. Long ago, I was writing scientific stories, but that was like probably 20 years ago. Yeah, when I was really young, and I had a lot of different ideas about this. But then I just go to really focusing on philosophy. How about you? How about you? You can tell me more about your life experience, like what lead you to this path. Do you consider yourself as a religious, very religious person, or you consider yourself as a um, on the path of spirituality, or how to say, or you consider yourself as a humanist at the same time. So that means you also you embrace science, but you definitely don't go extreme to worship science as a new religion or something like that. What do you say? I would be interested. And also, I say there are another, probably three friends. Just please tell me anything you like to discuss. Anything. I'm a very, you see, I'm just very casual, and I just very comfortable to talk out. If there's anything you like to discuss, like to share, and to build friendship with the people in the room, it's always welcome. Just don't be shy. Don't hesitate. If there's anything um, you feel what I say doesn't make sense, let me know. I would like to discuss as well. Yeah, don't hesitate. Tell me how you think. Tell me what you want to discuss about anything you want. You can tell me about, is there anything happening in your life you feel a bit struggled, or there's something really happy, really nice, exciting happening in your life you like to share, or you can just say hi to me. You just introduce yourself to me so I will know who you are, because for example, this friend, uh, uh, like we already discussed in twice in live stream, so I know him. But if you keep silent, I will never know who you are. I don't even know where to say it. I can only say the number. I cannot know who is in the living room. Sorry, I lost you. Hi. Uh, Don Birch. Hello. Yeah, it was nice though. I mean, we discussed a lot about our comments in that philosophy a lot, and I really I appreciate that. This is how it goes. Like, I don't think you have to completely agree with, like, for example, Taoism, because Taoism essentially is still dualistic structure, but you also don't have to go for some monistic, extreme monistic system. And you are trying to find a middle way, not middle way, but more inclusive way to understanding, a more inclusive understanding, and that's your wisdom. And this, I think eventually it will lead us to this path. A lot of people actually already on this path, because they know that monistic way essentially is still dualistic. One is the only truth, and the other word and everything is fake and unreal. Or dualistic way is always uh, constant conflicts. This cannot find us peace or happiness, and it certainly cannot explain the truth or the reality of life. So we want to find a reconciliation, but not just in theory. We also do that, try that through our like live streaming, through how we express ourselves. And that's important. And I really appreciate. I am stubborn. I'm so stubborn. The first time when I do the stream, there's no sound at all. And I do the second time and discuss with you, and then you lose the signal, and then I do the third time. I'm not gonna give up, really. And I don't feel depressed, no matter the result, what it is. I do the things that to participate, and that's all I want, to participate, to build a bridge, to express. And through this process, I feel such a great harmony with myself, because I'm not repressing what I'm trying to express. And I build harmony with others because I'm trying to, build connection, to appreciate, to share, to build, trust with people. And also by expressing this idea, I'm expressing my sincere love towards this world, towards this universe, and appreciation to this universe. So I also find this harmony with the universe. So this is my way of practice. And so for that, doesn't matter what's the result, doesn't matter how different people would think. I really feel very happy about it, and I appreciate, because we still can communicate these things. Yeah, if there is anything you would like to discuss, let me know. I think there is no delay now. It's quite good. It's quite good, quite good. Yeah. Also, other friends, please just, say anything you would like to say. I will never, ever judge you. If you want to share anything, any different perspective, let's share and let's discuss. Let's embrace this diversity as long as we respect each other. And I believe we are, because you know, it's fundamental that once we have this respect towards each other, then everything can be discussed. Every different perspective can be can be understood. So honestly, like I have a quite settled mind. So if you want to express something, you feel like, "Oh, nobody understand me," and stuff like that, you can tell me, because I think I might be able to understand. I was in so many, like before, in travel to different countries, and I moved to 3 cities in China, and here I moved to another 2 different places. I already see a lot of people in this world, and I always build nice connection with them. So I think this probably is one of the talent that I do appreciate, to have resonance with people. So don't be afraid. If there's anything you want to say, just let me know. You have really thought you have really thought about it as well. It is a really nice perspective you brought to me. There's so much positivity in it. Thank you, my friend. And as you said, I thought a lot about it as well. I've been through hard time. I really been through. Well, not joking to you, but I've been through divorce, and in a period of time, I was like, every day when I wake up, I feel such a you know, like something happened, messed up. And every time when you get up, you feel like, oh my God, all of this back to you. You wish you are just dreaming. You wish to stay dream rather than in reality. So I get you. Like I've been there. So I'm not joking to you, and I be honest to you. I also had the feeling back then that I just want to consider everything unreal. I would just want to, if in that way I can just find a ultimate peace. It's possible for everyone. Come on. Imagine if you can just consider yourself not even the part of this world. You just the observer. You observe everything come and go, your emotion, your body. You don't even consider. You consider you are just observing your body and pain. In that way, you can easily have the numbness. Yeah, numbness. So I was there, but then I walk away, not for long, like probably for 2 months time, during the very difficult time, and then I just walk away. That's just how it is. Ah, I cannot say what you said. G, message retracted, it says. Oh, I'm really grateful. Like yesterday, I was doing a streaming to discuss about how to build bridge between East and West. And this Mr. G, he is from Mexico, and he's living in America, but he's from Mexico. And he gave me such a great reminding about that. Actually, I forgot. Uh, Good day, Miss Lisa. Hi, Mr. G. Thank you so much for yesterday. So he reminded me about the culture of Mexico, about South America. It's also very profound. And yeah, because I was at the beginning, I was trying to how to say, analyzing for typical philosophy system from China, from India, from America, North America, and from UK. But then I remind, no, that's still South Africa and South America. So I want to include everything, because about this, as I said from the very beginning, this philosophy is not gonna be exclusive in any way. It's gonna be inclusive. I want every person are able to resonate with it. Everyone, like no matter his background, no matter his race, no matter where he's come from, can resonate with it. If there is even just one group of people, but if the people just want to pick a fight, they will say no. But if there are a lot of people in one particular place, they say, no, I don't resonate with you, I think what you say is bullshit, then that means there is some big problem with my philosophy. So I have to always make sure it's inclusive. It's more about dialogue than definitions. It's more about how to use this philosophy in life, how to help us to achieve a more harmonious life rather than just describing by theories. Because theories, things like that, everyone can talk the talk a lot. But for example, but I can prove myself about here a little bit. For example, here today I talked to vibe viba viba bum bum note. Your name is really difficult to pronounce. I don't know if I pronounce it correct. Viba bum note. So for example, today I discuss with viba bum note uh, about this tendency. So at the beginning, he told me that sometimes before sleep, he have this idea. He just want a peace. He want to shut down the world a little bit. Everyone experience that kind of feeling, like the world is a little bit chaotic and something that you cannot do anything about it. So before sleep, I think maybe I should just be an observer. Kind of like distinct from this world, so I can find this inner peace. And I discuss in very detailed about it because this is one of my main focus because I was there. So I was suggesting that the real peace is not achieved by detached from the world, but by building a harmonious relationship with the world and with yourself and with others. And so I think even though this is just by talking, but I believe in real life there will be some difference. I believe because that's what I make the difference. Once when I actually realized this, my life changed. My life changed. I'm not gonna just shut down myself, and I do every action possible to to build to reach this harmony. And I'm still very happy about the result. I mean, even though sometimes doesn't work out, but I know I will try. I will always try. And I'm not I will say one thing. You will be very difficult to fight the negativity on me now, really, because you can try your best. Really, you can try your best, but if you say there is anything can let me feel frustrating, or my god, this word is no meaning, or I want to just shut down myself to this word, it's almost impossible, really. Because why? Because I get practice, or I put so much effort to build this strong relationship to reach the frequency, or whatever you call it, this harmony relationship with the world, with other people around me, and with myself. It will be very difficult to balance that, to disrupt it now. And I want this to give it to more people. And this is why I built this channel, because I figured out a way which a lot of people maybe already feel it in some way in life. But I believe this is a way, it doesn't require you to have a faith or you believe in God or not. It's not a religion. It's highly respect towards science, because I will always talk a lot of things about science. It is cooperative with psychology, cooperative with physics, cooperative with sociology, all of these things that you really think is so great about science, I'm also thinking great. So in this way, I believe is a path for future. It's a path that can bring a lot of good positivity to the future. It's really difficult to be in harmony with your boss. But yeah, I got your perspective. It's more about being human. Yeah, I understand. I mean, with boss, this is the part, you see, it's not just depends on you, also on his understanding. If he understand as he's the one who better than you, and you should listen to him, basically a little bit controlling, you know if he's a little bit controlling, and you will not feel comfortable, and he will not really feel happy also. Because when a person is controlling, he's consistently feel lack of security. When anybody who is controlling, they must been through some kind of trauma. They just want to control things because they lack of security inside. So But a lot of time, why people in high position or when people have a lot of money, they become so controlling, is because when they have things, they have this obsession with they having things, but they constantly scared of losing it. A boss, they are scared maybe one day they cannot controlling people anymore, they cannot be boss anymore. And people have money, they will scare maybe one day I will be dead, maybe one day I will be not healthy enough to enjoy the money. So is this insecurity constantly driving them to be controlling to other people so they can feel a little bit sense of security? So in this case, if you want to fix the relationship with your boss, so recommend my channel to recommend my channel to him. I have a discussion with him online. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm just saying like is it's important to understand their psychology. I'm not going to say, the way is to believe in God or to let your boss believe in God. No, that's not how it works. The really way to work is to understand and resonate with them. So that he's just feel insecure about a lot of things and he feel highly in pressure. So I believe that what you can do in life is show somehow to show his understanding, but not by insulting him, to say, oh, I know you're insecure. No, no, not like that. But you understand he feel a little bit like that. So I believe you are creative. You must know the way to dealing to communicate with him to let him feel a little bit safer. Basically, he feels safer than as the first time when we go stream, I said very clearly, all the type of evil, they all come from suffering. There is no person they do evil stuff, they harm others out of nothing. They all because they have trauma, they feel suffering. That's why they do such thing to kind of release that kind of suffering. Everything has a cause. Every effect has a cause. That's just the law of nature. Mm. It's like one of those people in Facebook comment. Yeah, I know that kind of. Yeah, yeah. It's more about being human. Yeah, yeah. I do believe people can have different perspective, but after all, ultimately, what can make everything work is love. Why I'm not being dramatic, I'm not being emotional, I'm saying the truth because what is love? Love is the resonance. Love is the most human thing in this world. If you show your love to other people in a way of compassion, not I don't want to use the word of compassion because compassion is more like suggesting you're prosthetic. No, it's more like empathy. Empathy is the word. So if you can show your love with empathy, show your love with care and with action, everybody will somehow get healed by you. And this heal will naturally bring gratefulness from them. When a person feel, oh my God, you understand me, and you let me kind of realize something I didn't think about before, and for this I feel appreciate and I feel grateful, and for this reason, I want to return you by give you this great feeling back to you, and that is love. So love can always fix things. So if your boss is being manipulative, all this thing, just say through. Say through that behind all of this, he just insecure soul. He's just an insecure soul. And by suggesting that, for example, let me try to make a very realistic example. I don't know if you can get the chance to go to that close to your boss though. For example, he's trying to manipulative or trying to show off he has money or something, but you show a little bit different angle about how you appreciate him. So like, well, I found that you have a good heart. Sometimes this works. Sometimes this works. Like you don't really feel that person have a good heart. Sometimes you don't really feel. You feel like he's just been through a lot of trauma and it's not really good. But you encourage him to make him believe that he actually really good. Like he has a good heart. You make him believe that you see his potential, which he is not released yet. You know, in this way, you will find very impressive. You will find very how to say surprised. It get really good response sometimes. So, for example, you say, I think so. Basically, for example, you think your boss is just manipulative and only care about money, very materialist, and you say, I see something different from you. I found that beyond not just about wealth, I think you have a very sincere heart that you want to be kind to people and you care for people, something like that. So at the beginning, he will feel like, really? I don't even think so. I don't feel I'm good to people. So they will have least to two results. The first result is he will reflect himself. Do I do I actually am I good to people? Am I beyond beside my just being materialist? I'm actually care for people. So he will reflect himself. And the second result is if he do believe he has that side, he'll feel like, oh my God, you see that side of me. And for this reason, he will feel you really understand him. And the third and most important is you by saying this, you encourage him to radiate this side of him, to discover this side of him. Maybe he didn't even think about this side before, but because the way you encourage him and the way that you describe that you didn't really say, but you say that, and you give him encouragement to discover that. So this is what I want to try to say here. So I'm not suggesting this is the part, people say lying is always bad. I think it's from which religion they said if you lie, then that's a crime. Doesn't matter in which kind of situation. That's dogma. That's the problem about dogma. But in situation like this, you can see how good sometimes a lie with a kindness intention can be. I'm not suggesting you should lie all the time, but for situation like this, you will find it surprisingly such a good result. Yeah, I tried it for multiple time in my life. I tried it for a lot of time in my life, and it encouraged people. It encouraged people to discover the side that they didn't even discover. Yeah. So anyway, oh my God, how long I've been streaming already? 1 hour. Oof. Let me see if the signal is still okay. I feel a little bit hungry again. Mm. Yeah, my friends, let me know if there anything you want to say. Always say it. Just say it. I'm very casual. Casual. I mean, I'm a very easygoing. Is that the word correct to use? I'm a very oh shit, my English. Uh, I'm a very relaxed person. So you can say in my video, I'm always kind of like mm, I be official, but in real life or not real life, I'm always real. This is just another side of me because everyone is diversity. You cannot expect me all the time just like that. That's just that's not natural. Only when you are in very special occasion, you dress up nicely. You want to show your very how to say professional side. It's like when you go to your company, you want to show the best side or professional side of you when you're at work, right? But when you come home, when you get close to the one you love, you want to just be a very cringy person. Maybe that's nothing wrong about it because that's we are in different relationship. We show different side of us, and there is nothing wrong about it. So this is my side when I feel the most comfortable to express is in a very relaxed and casual mood. Wear casual clothes and uh, sit in a casual and but relaxed, comfortable position. That's how I like. It's difficult, yet it's possible. Yeah. Trust me, there are a lot of things at the beginning you feel difficult, but if you try, there always gonna be result. Always. There's so many. Just imagine. Just When you feel like that, just think back about in your life. There's so many difficult situations, but because you try, you make the change. And when you think back, you were so proud back then, you make the change. Just think like that. It will encourage you to make the differences. As long as with good intention, with a good way to practice it, is always good. Curriculum ontology. Ontology. Right. I have something to say about ontology. Just give me a minute. Cur curriculum ontology. Okay, I will struggle with that a lot about ontology. You can see when my episode back then about the introduction about India philosophy, before I introduced Purusha, before is about creationism. In creationism, I keep mention about ontology because I want to reach the reconciliation between ontology and the revolution theory. Uh, so I keep talking about ontology a lot. But now, if you want to ask me, depends on how you understand it. If this ontology you suggesting here is a static form or shape or whatever things which is distinct, which is distinct from the reality, from the many, one and many. If you want to say that is distinct and that is the ultimate truth, so that's monism, right? Or you can call it dualism. It doesn't matter. When you describe these two, you'd rather say only that one is truth, another one is unreal, or you say they are both real. This connection. I hope. What? Can you still see me? Oh my god, I'm getting scared. Can you see me? Okay, I keep talking. So as long as you say it in that way, okay. So that kind of ontology is not what I'm trying to say here. That kind of ontology is lead you to have very dualistic thinking, right? Because you think that is real, this is not real. Only this like ontological things there is real, other things unreal. Then that kind of ontology is dangerous. But if you understand it as, for example, we said ontology, we say love, we say kindness, you consider this one is the ultimate truth in that way. But most important is how you deal with the relationship with these two, one and many, one and many. I keep saying this. If you understand the relationship with that ontological concept of love and kindness, is not distinct, is not detached from the reality, but from, it shines through the reality, it shines through diversity. It's like a symphony. In that way, you can accept ontology because this kind of ontology is lead you to find the true meaning of life through your real life, not from somewhere above, from here, not from another shore, but from every day, every moment in life. So this is also important. You ask a very important question, Mr. G. And yeah, so about ontology, you need to be very careful about it, very careful, because there are also people believe consciousness is the ontology, is the ultimate truth. Like Ferdinando, he believed that. But I would say it depends on how you understand the consciousness. What is that? So depends on how you understand the ontology. Uh, if you understand consciousness as something distinct from the reality, is an unmover, it is something, as they said, the seer, not the doer. In that way, I'm not agree with Ferdinando. But if you say that the consciousness is something that always flows through the life and should enjoy and supposed to participate in life because that's the only way it's alive, then I agree with him. So I don't care if the concept of ontology is what, as long as you don't put it aside and distinct from life and you back to earth, you bring it back to earth with you, that's okay. That's all fine. That's what I want to say. Yeah. Is there any other thing, other question or other things you want to discuss? I would like to discuss. I just want to make sure. Yeah. Is there any other thing? Oh my God, can you even hear me? The code, you tell me here, it shows error. More than one ingestion is using the primary URL. Send one stream to the primary ingestion URL and one stream to the backup. Oh, what is this about? I'm terribly bad about these things. Well, I'm good at technology. I mean about doing the video editing, and the phone is okay. It's just setting up this thing is driving me confused. Like what happened versus what I make it mean. Yeah, you can understand it that if you want to if you want to consider love is ontological, is a divine things that's beyond everything, that's okay. You can understand in that way, but you cannot put it there to worship it and distinct from it. You have to leave the light of love within, from within, right? So basically, this is a thing, you can say a lot of people, they can talk the talk, they don't do the action. Why? Because when they talk the talk, they put this ontological ideal Brahman God or love or whatever there, and they praise it. They can say all the good things about it, but in their real life, there's nothing to do with you. It's like that's that, and you are you. There's nothing to do with that. And what's the point then? That's very very ironic, actually. You know, when you praising something as so important, so essential, but in real life you don't even, you have nothing to do with it. That's the most wrong direction, isn't it? If you can say how great about love is, but in real life you don't have any compassion to people, and you detached from all the love, you feel all life is not the something to love, you feel life is just illusion. And where is love about? There is no love. And also if you praise God so great about, God have mercy, God have compassion, God loved it all, and all we are the creation from God and all the things, but in the real life you just bully others, and you don't really respect other so-called, the creation of God, and you don't have compassion, then what is there anything to do with between God and you? Nothing. Nothing. So I always emphasize on connection. Connection. This is why you want to say the connection in real life between you and the three connection. That's one thing that can make your life better. But more essentially, is when you understand something about the divinity. No matter what the name you give it, the most important is not about how you describe it. I know it's great. No matter how you describe it, it's gonna be something great, right? But what's the relationship between you and him? You and that thing is not separated. It's deeply connected. This is my point. So I call it relational non-duality. You and that were never separate, but deeply connected. That's what I'm trying to see here. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Yeah, other friend, just say hi to me and have join the discussion. So if this time you say hi to me, and next time I will know you, I will say, oh, you are that person, you are that friend last time talked to me, and then we can have discussion. Just trust me in one thing. My English is not brilliant, but I definitely, I will just give you positivity, right? I'm not going to guide you to be superstitious or whatever those kind of mind game about the psychology, about the logic. I'm not gonna. There is no interest or no intention for me to do anything like that. You see, all the things I'm here is just to build this connection, build this harmony. Yeah. Just say anything you want to discuss and don't be shy. Or like every time there will be friends talking to me to discuss with things. It's all valuable, it's all important. And I treasure time like this every time. So yeah. Now I already stream for 1.5 hour. I think probably another 20 minutes I'll be go to take some food. Mm. Tell me what you want to see, what you want to discuss, what you want to talk about. Or you can give me any suggestion. You can give me any advice. You can give me a infinite love is source. Source. What I understand love is a resonant harmony. It is something. It only happened when you resonate. It's like the melody. You say the wave, the sound wave. It only happened when you make the when you play the instrument, right? So love as an instrument is a relationship. I wouldn't really want to call love as a source of some kind of source. I would call love is the relationship. So doesn't matter between what. When you in the relationship reach a harmony, you'll find love. Literally. Think about it. When you love somebody, why you love somebody so much, and this kind of love give you joy. It's we're not talking about just physical attraction. We're talking about the deep love with somebody. Why you feel this love? That's because you found this deep connection. This relationship is so strong with this person, and this resonance is just like a melody. Like when you play instrument, you hear the beautiful sound. It's like that. So this is love. So I wouldn't call infinite love is the source. I would call infinite love is the way, because infinite love is the way to fix everything, literally, uh, and lead you to happiness. So when you love somebody else in that way, you feel resonance with them. So all right, if you have a partner, you will give extreme way in that resonance. You feel deeply loved and beloved. And to other people, maybe they're not that close to you, but because you have a level of this type of resonance, you will treat them nice and they treat you nice, and then your life wouldn't be that bad, isn't it? If people around you like you and you like them, so how can it be that bad? You will not be that bad in your life. And also the love between you and the universe. When you really love the universe, is when you found this resonance with the universe. And what's the result? You will feel you are not alone. You will feel you are not lonely in this such a vast universe, just a little tiny planet. You just come here and you will be go. You will not feel like that anyway anymore, because in the resonance of love, you found the ultimate feeling of safety. The feeling of that your meaning of life. Your meaning of life is just to enjoy the life, but of course, I'm not saying like without boundary, but you're enjoying the life without such strong like attachment, like you want to own this, own that. You just enjoy the flow of life itself. So that is the result when you find this love resonance between you and the universe, and self-love that's between you and yourself. If you found love between you and yourself, you will never like treat your body as I'm an observer and this body is not me. If there's pain, I don't react. I don't care. It's just come and go. Emotion come and go. You will never feel it that way anymore. Trust me. Trust me, right? I've been there. As I said, when I've been through the divorce, I was like really depressed, and I feel like, oh, just everything just come and go. I just feel numb, and not for long. I just already feel crazy because this numbness, because that's not the human's nature. And I'm not saying like human is just born evil with sin and you have to against your nature. No, I think in this way you should treasure the human nature that you love to respect and respond to the life. So so basically, when you have this love, you love yourself, you will take care of your body. It definitely will take care of your health, but not based on other people's pain, right? So also, you will want to be joyful, but also not a harmful way. For example, you just searching this kind of pleasure from cigarette or browsing TikTok all day long. You know that there is no future like that. So you will not trying. You will be more. This is the part also like why we cannot abandon rationality, because rationality is going to be a very important tool to help you to manage this relationship. When you manage the relationship between you and yourself, you will have the judgment about you shouldn't do that. Why? Because in long term it's not really good for you. So this is the time that rationality will comes. You know that you better quit smoking, you better not drink too much alcohol, you better never touch drug. If you touch drug, you have to quit, better quit drug. And that's how it comes. Rationality help you to rebuild this connection between you and yourself, and it's all through love, all through love. Love is the ultimate resonance. And that's also something, because I'm a woman, and I think maybe women have a little bit more tendency about love, about sensitive mind, about these things. So even though I can talk, like I have my casual side, but still inside I'm a very emotional and sensitive person towards the beauty of life, towards the other people's what they want, what they're feeling, and how to help them. I'm very sensitive about these things. So I believe this also can help to understand people, to build this bridge. So yeah, I think I talk a lot about this. Yeah, infinite love. Infinite love, I wouldn't consider is a source. I consider is the way. The source. This is why I kind of reject to consider what is the resource, because when you say resource, you consider it as something higher that kind of trying to distinguish it from the reality. Basically, that's the source and this is the result. I don't really care who is the source, who is the result. I just want to say how to reach the harmony in this very reality. That's what I care about. Isn't rationist dualistic therefore space for relationship? Rationist dualistic. I need to understand what you mean about the rationized dualistic. What does that mean? Wait, let me check. Rationized. Rationized dualistic. Well, first of all, if dualistic, I mean this word of dualistic, I I wouldn't choose the path of dualistic way, because dualism, that means there always is gonna be, how to say, I mean, between relationship, there are always subject and object, this and that. That is true. But I don't see them as something they were always like yin and yang or something like that. I see everything as just the one. But at the same time, that diversity in this one, that we have to deal with all sorts of different relationship and sorts of different things, a very inclusive way. But I would say ultimately it's just oneness. I wouldn't consider dualistic way, because I kind of like walk past the dualism long ago. In dualism, you will find really, you will kind of like try to compromise with infinite, how to say, conflicts. You're trying to balance the conflict, but you already see them in a conflicting way, and that's the problem to me. I don't see this word unnecessary conflicts. I see everything just work together. It's just like our body, every cell, all the organs. I don't think because my head and my face, my face and my hands are different, so there's conflict between my face and my hand. I consider that everything they work together to reach the harmony. So I don't really particular use dualistic way of thinking to consider anything in my life, to be honest. Isn't rationalized dualistic therefore space for relationship? Yeah. So I guess that's what you're trying to express. So in relationship, of course, relationship is built between me and you, right? That's relationship. But about what we say here, the essence of relationship is the resonance. And the resonance is what? Is one. This is one of the most magical part, but I am not being superstitious. I'm saying it honestly, thinking about when I say I love these people, these people, these people, these people, these people, I love the world, right? Do I really feel like they are so different to me? No. I feel like essentially we are just one. And because we essentially just the one, I respect their diversity. So this is the way. I don't consider in dualistic way the distinction between me and them. I consider we are just the same, we are from the same root and we grow different flowers on the tree. So this is my understanding. Like the trees, they have different leaves, different type of fruits even. But does that means I feel my fruit is better than them? No, I found it is so nice to appreciate different fruit, to appreciate different shape of leaves. This is how I understand this. So yeah, I think it's better to have a holistic perspective just in order to harmonize your life. To harmonize your life is better to take a holistic perspective. Also, just remember the danger of monism, and then that's it. It's not that difficult. But I mean, about the monism, we already talk a lot there, so I don't want to repeat this again. But really good question. Thank you for bringing it up. G, Mr. G from Mexico. Other friends, say something, say something. If there's anything you want to discuss, let me at least know you. Let me at least know you and know what you think about. If there's anything you feel not agree with me or tell me. Just let me know. I have to hear you. Otherwise, I can never know. Got to let me know. Help you to keep very peaceful mind. But a very dangerous thing is if you think this peace is reached by distinct yourself, you just say things like observer. My God, just that's the dangerous part. I'm just saying, my God, see here's so much delay. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh, you just playing before. Oh no no no. It's okay. Do you have another word for resonance? Okay. This is not difficult to understand. How about well, love is one of another word. Well, we know how it feels when you love somebody. When you love somebody, that means you feel like they are basically you feel the same frequency. You feel the same frequencies. Oh my God, he got me. Okay, we'll use another word, understanding, right? When you understand somebody, you naturally feel you two are in same harmony, same frequency. Like for example, you two talk to me, and I feel a certain resonance with you because I got what you under talking there, and this is a resonance, right? Just resonance have different level. When you love somebody so much, then that's a little bit different, but still, this is resonance, and this is what I can describe it. This love resonance, and you can also call it love. Sorry, call it understanding. Because when you understand somebody, you found this natural resonance. You found love because you feel like, oh my God, somebody understands me. That's natural. When somebody understands you, you feel that appreciation. Like a universal love. I'm not saying like a personal love, but it's more like appreciation, and you feel very happy. You feel joy when you found this resonance. Do you have another word for resonance? Yeah, that's how it is to me. Oh, let me know what you think. I see there is another 5 persons, another 5 friends. So far, one, two, three. Oh, I don't know. I'm wondering. Oh, is that one? No. You're gonna let me know what you think. Oh, I cannot. Also, let me know when is gonna be the ideal time to do this. I would like to plan to maybe every 2 day or 3 day or every week to do this streaming. So let me know what time is ideal for you so we can always discuss. If there's anything not happen, like not good happen in your life, or you have some just generally some curiosity about philosophy, about life, let's just discuss. Uh, yeah, because my time is quite flexible. You wouldn't believe, but I quit the job. I quit the job. Well, I'm not really good at it anyway. So yeah, now I'm just doing the streaming, not doing this channel, because this is what I always want to do. So I'm serious. I just want you to know that I'm serious about this, and I'm not going to um, harm you anyway or misguide you to some like superstitious thing or religions. I said myself, I'm not belongs to any religion, no. And I'm not choosing side. I'm not gonna say I'm just a spiritual person. In one of the episodes, I said specifically, I don't like to call anybody spiritual person because everyone is spiritual. Spirit's the meaning of spirit itself. That means you are alive. So of course, everyone we are alive. So, mm, and I always respect science. That's something I promise you. So don't even worry. I will not, try to suggest some superstitious stuff. You see, the part I explained about the ancient India philosophy, I did mention a lot about their rituals, but that's just for explaining to audience about their, their understanding, their ideology. But the portion about explaining about non-duality, everything. You wouldn't find anything against the you know uh, against the science at all, because that's my fundamental basic appreciation to the reality. Really, I don't consider the reality or the material as something worse or something lower. No, I appreciate them. I see the divinity in them. So don't worry about that. I know resonance in scientific way. In physics, two particle collides with just the right energy to form a fleeting, unstable state. It exists for a moment, then fades. Yeah. I mean, the string theory. I think everything in nature they are in resonance. And this is very when I like write a book about explaining the flowing energy and all these things, I describe all the evidence about everything is just flowing energy, and in this energy everything they organize in a harmonious way. I mean, just think about our body. Everything, the reason why it's functional, and because the things they are naturally in a frequency to vibrate all together and to cooperative with each other, and that is the resonance. So without this kind of resonance, our basic body function will not even work, isn't it? Even behind a ripple in the data, a brief presence, a trace of something deeper, almost poetic. Yeah. Um, in a one of the reason I love the early Upanishad time, the time between the late, well, what should I say? Basically, the end of Vedic time is like the best time that the people understanding about the reality. Wow, it's just like the best ever. their appreciation and their understanding about reality. Isha Upanishad can never feel enough about their wisdom there. It just bring me to such deep thought. Anyway, it was really nice though today. We had such a long discussion about, I feel like almost everything was really great. And now I'm really starving. I think I probably will go to have some food. Yeah, in the future I will have a stable streaming time. I figured out when. Maybe I'm gonna post. I just feel like when I post, nobody's reacting to the post. I don't know if people actually saying it or not. Mm, but I give it a try. Maybe make a post. Um, yeah, to set up a time. So I would be happy if next time I can see you too, uh, Mr. G and Bomb Note. And another friend earlier, I forgot his name. I probably he's not here anymore. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go have some food. It was great session. Thank you. Drink some water too. 2 hours without water. Yeah, and this time without snacks at all, isn't it? It's so surprising because I always grab some snacks. Or maybe that's why I'm so hungry now. Anyway, thank you so much. Just keep positive. Trust me, there is no reason why you don't keep positive. You are young, you're full of potential, and just figure it out with a nice way with your boss. Your life will be brilliant, right? This time works for me. Oh, thank you, Mr. G, and thank you for reminding me yesterday. I just recall a lot of memory about when I studied Mexico, when I studied Maya culture, Aztec culture was brilliant. So thank you so much. And I wish in the future that we'll have more people join to have a very relaxed discussion on anything they want. Just I hope one day they will be relaxed and just talk. Keep smiling, Lisa. Okay, I will. Thank you, Mr. G. You too. All right, I'm gonna go have some food. Seriously, have some spicy noodles. See you next time. Bye.